Group D.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm
Alright,
ready.
it's gonna be on Bloody Ridge. Here we go! So, in the bottom left as the teal Terran, we do have NB TerrOr. In the top right as the red Protoss, LRM Choosy.
Cool. And this is, of course, Bloody Ridge, which is kind of a Blue Storm inspired map, so it is a two-player dealy. We also have a weird kind of middle of the map base thing. So it creates some pretty interesting army movement and some very definite channels which you have to take and hold in order to make a successful game out of this map. So we'll see what these players opt for right here. Sayle, any particular thoughts on what is good and what is bad on this map?
Stopping a max push is ridiculously hard because, okay, so first of all, it's a two-player map, right? So it's pretty easy to split it. And then, like, just the way, hold on, I'm just gonna like reveal all. So like, there's two main paths, kind of like on HBR. There's like the north path and the south path, and it's got like these double ridges. And like, once a Terran push gets rolling across those, it is just like so annoying to stop because they can have like tanks on the first ridge supporting the line as they push to the second ridge, and it's just like, you know, once they're on the high ground, it's just like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Now, having said that, I've owned a couple of good Terrans on this map, so I'm just gonna give myself a pat on the back. You guys want to go watch Sayle versus VTV Marine? I owned his push. It was so glorious, just storms everywhere. What can I say, man? It's tough being a bourgeois.
I think you've already said it. I think you've already said all you can. It looks like we might have a gas steal going down here, and indeed we do. Choosy going for gas steal right away. This is a good way of, as long as you have a kind of decent follow-up, it's a good way of making sure that your game plan gets in ahead of the Terran's game plan, if you're indeed a Protoss. It's a good way of just dictating the game a little bit, as long as you make sure you have a smart follow-up.
Indeed.
For the gas steal.
I mean, like 99% of the time, what the Terran's going to do after this is just a one racks expand. So you basically know exactly how the game's going to play out, or rather, how the Terran's going to play it out. You know, for the first 8 or 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Which just makes it that little bit better for you.
And there's a lot of sneaky things you can do when he's one racks expanding. You know, you can do proxy robos, as you taught me. You can do, you know, double expand yourself. You can do a lot of silly things. So let's see what Choosy decides to do.
Yeah, going for the normal stuff right now. You do occasionally see fast expand come off gas steal, but that's not going to be what's happening right now. Laying down the cybercore first, mining with the dudes on the gas, and throwing down another pylon in his main as well, so not trying to create any kind of pylon wall as natural, so it's probably not going to be a super early expand from him. Choosing not to produce a zealot, so clearly not too afraid of any kind of marine pressure or anything like that, or not wanting to pressure the Terran too greatly as well. That's probably more of a factor right here.
And interestingly, TerrOr's actually deciding to just kill this with a lot of SCV, so he's actually not going for the one racks expand. He's just going to do a delayed factory. Ooh!
I don't even know how the Terran managed to make up the gas there, because there was still an SCV tricking out. I guess he got a bit lucky.
Yeah, I don't... Anyway, but I mean, this is such a late gas. Look, he's already at 300 minerals right now. So his factory's gonna be super late anyway. And by the way, what is up with like the first pylon / gateway placement? Like that seems kind of weird to me. I don't know.
I think what it is it allows him to make a 2 gateway row near the front of his base. Otherwise, that space ends up being quite wasted a lot of the time. That is a bit disadvantageous though, because of course, if we see a little bit of supply depot action happening at the front there, if we see siege tanks sieging up in the natural at any point, then they can easily snipe off that pylon and the gateways and the cybernetics core. So I wouldn't really endorse this building placement particularly.
Indeed, but TerrOr being so cute, now that's going to wall the Dragoons in. So even though his factory is really delayed, Choosy's not going to be able to put too much pressure on, or at least not until this depot goes down. So TerrOr being quite cutesy here.
Yeah, nice little bit of a move from him. That doesn't mean, of course, that this 2-gate Dragoon pressure will be a little bit less effective, or not effective from such an early stage. The bunker now up. Marines loading in. The Dragoon range is about halfway done, so it's a little while yet before those Dragoons can start to do anything really cohesive in this game. They do move out here, and of course they can head straight through the middle. This is not like on Blue Storm where they have to do a weird round trip, which is massively annoying for anyone who's ever played that map.
Indeed. One interesting thing to note, by the way, is that depot cost TerrOr basically nothing, because since he had such a late gas, he had a lot of minerals in excess anyway. So it's not like building that depot actually, you know, slowed his build or anything. It was just completely you know, 0 cost for him, so it's really, really nice. Well, I guess like besides the 25 minerals he lost, but you know, that's not a big deal. And I was actually just wondering, do you think you can build a depot in like those 2 narrow gaps in the middle? Because I know you can build a pylon there, but it looks a bit too small for a depot.
Yeah, I think it's too small for a depot.
Okay.
Pretty sure it would be.
So I guess that makes this map Protoss favored, clearly, because you can make pylons there.
And not depots. Yeah, that's super imbo right now.
So anyways, looks like range has just finished, so he's going to be able to start poking away at that bunker. It looks like TerrOr gonna... Oh, he needs one more SCV there. You need one more SCV there.
He can last a while with just 3, but yeah, one more heads out. Just it should be another supply depot going down.
He's not repairing! He's not repairing! Oh no, he stopped repairing! Oh my god, TerrOr stopped repairing the bunker!
Distracted. He distracted himself with that new supply depot at the main of Choosy. Look at that.
Oh my god. And now I think TerrOr's dead.
Yeah, I think he's going to be right, because look how many Dragoons are right here. There are 5 Dragoons in the natural, not quite enough to one-shot SCVs, but they'll still make pretty light work of them. And TerrOr is going to be kicking himself so badly. His first siege tank is nearly out, but if he doesn't have any SCVs with which to drill these goons down, then it's basically going to be GG regardless. These Dragoons are just going to be able to lay into this natural as well. The CC is probably going to fall too.
I think he's just going to float it back and wait for siege mode and like siege up behind that cliff and block with SCVs, but he has to repair this though. It's really close. He's gotta be a little bit careful with that siege tank too. Oh man, more SCVs going down, and there's a siege mode, so I don't think TerrOr will immediately die, but it's still quite scary. And can that tank be ranged from the other side of the cliff, do you think?
Yeah, it can, definitely.
Oh no, the command center's under attack, the barracks is under attack. Ah, commander! Ah, he's trying to get it! Ah! Oh, taking it down.
Yeah, and TerrOr's economy is beyond screwed now. All his SCVs were off mining that whole time, whilst Choosy has a fantastic probe saturation right now, going on up to a robo as well, so he knows that he can clean this game out just as soon as he needs to, so he's probably going to make up a Reaver from that. And just pumping out the Dragoons, throwing down a Nexus as well, couldn't be in a better position now.
Yeah, just catastrophic blunder by TerrOr, and you know, it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. You just, you know, you didn't repair the bunker enough. You're trying to be fancy with a depot, and you were just too fancy. Yeah. So that's all right.
Multitasking, falling prey there to inventive play, outdoing himself just a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that happens to me so much when I'm like trying to manor pylon people. I just spend like all of my APM on the manor pyloning and just forget to build anything else in my base. So I go to like 1,000 minerals. I still don't get the pylon down. Ugh.
Yeah, that's pretty bad times. We do see a Citadel right now, so it's not going to be Reavers. It's probably going to be just some speed lot action. He might go for some kind of DT drop as well, just to try to do some extra damage, but it's probably going to be going straight to speed lots, just so he can keep dashing in that natural and just clear out the forces of TerrOr as soon as they dare to head back out here, which could be relatively soon.
Oh, but it is going to be an archives. I was going to say, that's a relatively quick Citadel. Usually you don't get it until after 4 gateways at least.
Yeah.
So it is going to be some kind of fast Templars. I mean, most likely DTs. Perhaps 2-base Arbiter even, do you think?
It's possible. But I don't know why he'd go for that right now, because he's way too far ahead to even need that. Just mass speeds out should clean it out, and DT drops will probably do a pretty good job as well, because we still don't have any missile turrets and still no engineering bay. Back to what you were saying about the number of gateways. Usually you'd have more gateways before Citadel, because it kind of makes more sense if you have gone for, say, a 1-gate goon build. But with this build, we saw Choosy with a lot of Dragoons in quite an early stage of the game, so that means he would have been able to get that Citadel up a little bit earlier and trying for a little bit of a push in now.
By the way, that siege tank that's like sitting in the middle of a ring of mines, he must be so nervous.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, I would be so scared to be that siege tank driver. I hope he gets good hazard pay.
Yeah, he's literally just sitting on a field with bombs all around himself thinking, yeah, look how safe I am. It's really not so much the case.
So, I still don't see anything with this Templar tech. And I mean, there's no Stargate, so it's not 2-base Arbiter, as I thought it could have been. Meanwhile, looks like...
There's a Stargate.
Oh, there's a Stargate?
Yep.
Where?
Bottom right-hand corner of the base, there is a Stargate coming up.
Oh, nice. Okay, whew! Alright. So, thank you for spawning that.
Ninja.
How did I not see the Stargate? Oh my god.
I have no idea.
I blame the lag.
Blame it on the illness. Oh, whatever. Blame the lag. Okay, yeah, cool.
So TerrOr now trying to retake his natural. He's getting an engineering bay at the front. These mines are just not ideally placed though.
No, I don't quite know what the deal is there. I think if he really wants to, Choosy could probably move in here if he brought his dragoons up from the back, coupled with those zealots as well. He could probably finish this right here because there are literally 4 siege tanks on the entire map for poor TerrOr. So I can't even express how much of a bad position he is in at this stage.
Yeah, and looks like he has actually made a single DT. But is otherwise just gonna go to Arbiters. Now I hope he just like gets fast recalls TerrOr's base and like ends the game. Cause
if he goes stasis, then I'm not gonna be impressed.
I mean, just look at the supplies by the way. 42 supply for TerrOr, 86 for Choosy.
Yeah.
This is just a little bit silly.
Genuinely ridiculous. Now finally getting a natural expansion back up. It is literally about 5 minutes since that first CC went down, so that's a pretty major delay in the expansion there. At nearly 11 minutes time. Getting that expansion done. Taking out a couple of mines now with his siege tanks. Seems that he only took the ones out which were furthest away from that tank, so not really helping that guy out at all in any way, shape or form there.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
I wonder what Choosy's thinking, because he has an observer, right? He saw that. Like, if I was the Protoss and I see mines, like, literally hugging a siege tank like that, I'd be like, don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to just start throwing units just because it's too inviting. It's way too inviting.
And it looks like Choosy just went for stasis rather than recall, so he's just actually going to draw this game out into a long game. Which, I mean...
Oh, my drag... Oh, the DT goes down before the second mine pops up, and the siege tank is okay. Ironically saved by the mines, would you believe it?
What a lucky guy, Mimo. Is that a turret? Is that a turret? Yes, it is a turret. But yeah, Choosy, he's gonna drag us out. He's gonna play it safe, and I mean, I can't blame him. You know, he doesn't want to throw the game away in a silly fashion.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Now getting recall though, so that's nice. So shouldn't be too prolonged here because I'm really not being harsh to TerrOr, but I think there is pretty much nothing he can do to get back in this. Choosy is miles and miles ahead of him right now. The supply is 64 to 107. That is pretty unprecedented.
You forget, though, that he is in fact the imbalanced race Terran. And if there's one thing Terrans are good at, it's turtling up and making ridiculous comebacks when they shouldn't.
Well, usually a Terran has one last gasp push left in them. No matter how bad a situation they've been in, they usually have one last attempt to get onto the map, so maybe he'll use his special racial ability.
Like special ability, activate, come back from behind
win from
by
behind.
abusing siege tanks. Now the thing is though...
Oh, big mine could go off! Oof, taking a few mine hits to his dragoons there.
Oh wow, that was like quite a lot of damage. But you see, this third base that he's taking now is actually quite easy for him to hold. I mean, he just has to poke out a little bit from his natural, so I mean, he's going to do the 3-base Turtle Terran. And Choosy, he's not mining his third gas, by the way. Well, he's got his first Arbiter out. I hope he goes for a recall. That is the one thing that punishes this kind of turtle style, where the Terran kind of creeps out to take the third, is that they don't have many units back at home. So a recall on the base is quite nice. It's like going up to a 5th factory, barracks floating out to the 6th. Yeah. Looks like a block.
I don't know what to say about this game at this stage. I'm surprised that TerrOr isn't mining up the gas from his natural, although he is still a little bit mineral heavy. A little bit weird given that Terrans doing pretty much nothing but complain about how little gas they have. The gas now being thrown down at the natural, still not at the third though. We'll be able to go up to a decent number of factories now of 3 bases, so you never know, he could be activating that secret racial ability. And oddly enough, Choosy not choosing to take up a 4th quite yet, so they're actually going to go equal on bases here, though not equal on overall economy just yet.
Yeah, and he is laying some spider mines in the back of his main, so so that's quite good. Looks like shuttle with 2 High Templar. I'm getting a little bit distracted by chat. Jumper man, he's pretty funny.
Oh, he's
Jumper likes Arbiters because they turn Dragoons into ranged DTs and Zealots into speed DTs.
That's pretty good.
clever.
That brings back memories of our total.
Ariko!
Baby! Baby!
God damn it, Choosy.
Or what?
God damn it. I did that just for you, and you're just like not gonna recall. Rika!
It's gonna go on top of his mines. This could be really bad.
Rika! Fuck, man. Fuck it. God damn it.
Yeah, he's lost all his chances now. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. Looks like he might go in for the third instead, which would probably be a decent idea. But that Arbiter is literally just sitting around doing pretty much nothing. I have no idea what his plan is for that. If there was a science vessel right now, then that Arbiter would be screwed.
Choosy. I hate you. I hate your guts, man. I hate your guts. He's gonna go attack. Oh, yeah, Nico! Oh my god! All to the mines! Nice. So sick. So sick.
So, while that was unmitigated disaster for Choosy, it looks like he would still be just fine.
GG's
out.
And Choosy.
Well, yeah, weird finish, man. Very, very weird finish.
Oh man, Choosy.
If there's one thing you don't want to start recalling on top of tanks, it's Dragoons. Why would you recall a group of Dragoons on top of the Terra Natural? I don't even know. Dude,
that Arbiter was like the biggest troll ever. He probably would have recalled probes if he could, man.
Yeah, definitely. I would have.
Oh man. That Arbiter. Okay, alright, let's go game 2.
Alright, cool. I'm just going to go grab a glass of water really quickly, so I'll join up and let the game start.
Sure.
Probably have a sneaky biscuit as well.
Oh, that's alright. I have grapes, so I'm not jealous.
Oh, cool.
My grapes are far superior to your biscuits.
Just be healthy. Alright, so I'll be right back. Feel free to continue for just a minute.